Hello everyone and welcome back to A City Planner Plays City Builders, where we are playing city skylines and building the city of Bluffside Crossing. And where we last left off, we were constructing a university on a bluff directly across the river from the downtown core. And I mentioned at the end of the last video that I wanted to do a little bit of modification to the university off camera. And so I'm going to show you what I did and give you full warning that I ended up doing more work than I expected. The DLC buildings really don't do well on hills. And I had a number of roads running through here, and I realized after just a short time that that was pretty inefficient in terms of how I was going to lay out the university. So in general, the buildings are in the same location, but I've made a couple of very dramatic changes and added a few more buildings. So the dorms are still right off from the main avenue coming into the city. I did shrink this up in the university area, and the main purpose of that was to give myself just a little bit more space. I was getting a little bit constrained and saving, I know 2 tiles might not seem like much, but saving 2 tiles there was enough to allow me to fit everything in without using Move It too much. So we've got our 4 dorms, and I mirrored these fountains across from one another. You'll notice that what we have right here are pedestrian streets. So this is going to allow bikers to bike in the middle, pedestrians to walk up the sides, and I've actually added stop signs to this intersection here so that pedestrians have the right of way, and it's really there's a point of emphasis added to that. So we still have our law school here and our media lab over here, and our university laboratories over here. And I really like what I ended up sliding over the law building to line up as close to the center as I could with, and I guess I could do a little bit better than that. I lined this up as close to the center as I could with, let me see if I can get that a little better. Still a little off. I will continue to fail at this apparently. Well, anyway, I'll use Move It to try to accomplish this. Let's see. There we go. Much better. So I wanted to line this up to create a really interesting sight line. When you're looking down from the dorms, you get this view of the law school, and it feels like you're right in the center of campus. And that's the most important building on campus. But it's not anymore because we've added the School of Science, so we have that over here. We were able to do that by getting rid of and breaking up the grid pattern over here in favor of more campus buildings. We also have our Science Center next to our School of Science, makes sense. Our Technology Museum over here. And we've added the study hall very close to the dorms. So we have our outdoor study hall and our indoor study hall. Seems like good logical locations for it. Then we have our clubs over here. So these are our 3 clubs and our cafeteria, again, next to the dorms. Our auditorium is also close to the dorms. And then behind the dorms, we have our School of Medicine. So again, nice and convenient to the dorms to walk to all of these buildings. Our admin building, right in the center of campus. Our art gallery near it, another building that's more of an accessory type building. And our library, a little bit more off the beaten path, but still a pretty close walk from the dorms. And then our commencement office right over here, next to the administration building. A nice fountain and a statue. Let's see, we also have the aquatic center with a dead person waiting for transport. And we've got the stadium as well. And I did take some of the advice that was in the comments and I've added this to the university so that it is actually part of the university and not Bluffside Crossing football stadium. So I changed the zoning here as well. And there are some reasons for that. Mainly there were housing buildings popping up in the middle of campus, which at first I thought would be neat. The campuses I went to were kind of like that, but I gave it some more thought, and they were really along the edge of campus. So I've done that, and I've filled in some small commercial uses and office uses in the middle of campus, thinking you might want to grab a bite to eat or, go to a copy shop or something like that. Go to Popeyes. And then around here, some residential uses so that people could live close to campus. I know that close to the campus that I live near, people rent out parking and they live right next to campus. They don't really much care about the noise. They do here, obviously. And then along the main drag, some office type uses to fill in, some of to kind of supplement some of the things happening at the university. So we can see that everything is functioning pretty well. Traffic flow is good, but there are some things that this university is missing. It's missing transit, and it's missing a proper name. And I'm going to take a quick break and take a look at the forums, or at the last video, to see what name came out on top and pull one. So I just got done looking at the last YouTube video, and there were a ton of good ideas. And one of the ideas that I really, really, really liked was the idea of wrapping in that this has a good view and that it's a state college, because it really is the main college for this area. So I think I'm going to go with Hillcrest State College, and this will be the city of Hillcrest. So let's see. Okay. All right. I really like that. Right on a hill. And so I do have, it's getting darker and I'm going to want to stop that. So let's see. I'll put might be kind of neat though. Let's take a look at it at night. Let's see how we're looking. Oh, I like that. What a great view of the rest of the city from up here. So we have our college. We have our name. We don't have a way to get here if you're over in the downtown area, and that's a problem. So let's remedy that. So first of all, let's remedy it being nighttime. That's probably not ideal. So 9 a.m. Okay. So I'm thinking, well, first we need transit. I think that at some point we're going to want to do a significant transit overhaul. For the time being, I think that we're going to want to start the buses over here if we can, or at least have them dispatched from over here, because we're going to make a very long line going through the university. So I've got some ideas, first of all. So we've got our dorms right here. What if we brought and actually had a transit road coming through the university so we could make a loop through it? I don't like that. Not entirely anyway. So buses are loud even though I'm using the biofuel buses. So what I'm thinking, maybe we'll just go through portions of campus, and that'll be good enough. So what we're going to do is start our route and we will have it go through campus to pick up students close to where their dorms are. And then we're going to take it all the way over to our downtown bus depot. No stops, just allowing that transfer. And then we'll come back over here. So this is strictly a commuter bus. It could be a game day bus too. Get people to and from here. Let's change that line color. Hillcrest Flyer. Okay. And we'll see how successful that is. And the nice thing is now you see the buses are starting right here because we put the biofuel bus depot right here. So all the buses are going to be originating from this area. And in the future, having a transit center over here would probably be a good idea. I would prefer that in this area, people are really sticking to this area. But we want our community to be connected. So I'm noticing that there are a lot of issues with death over here. I don't want to overdo it on the crematoriums, but desperate times. So I'm going to add one over here as well. This is something we're probably going to want to investigate. My sneaking suspicion is that the reason why we're seeing this is mainly because of kind of when we developed the city. I read somewhere Sims last about 6 years. Maybe that's a pretty cold way of putting it. Sims lifespan is roughly 6 years. So if you have massive growth, you'll also have a massive death wave in 6 years. So, and you'll kind of see those happen and they'll smooth over time, but in the beginning they won't. Next, so we have a gondola system that is working really well to get to the downtown area. So I'm thinking it might be nice to do something very similar over here to connect up with our existing system, or at least provide the option to do so. So I want to find a way to cross this water. So we're going to do that first. Let's use move it to get these lined up right. Let's see, we will line to height. Missed one, but we'll get that. All right, very good. So now that we have that, let's get a gentle slope over to here. Okay. That is ugly. Okay, a little better. Let's see if I can bring up the wrong menu. Let's see if I can clean this up a little bit. Okay. Smooth it. So it's helpful to take this brush down a little bit. Okay, that looks a lot more natural over here. So let's do the same thing over here. Okay. Now we're going to want to find out where the best place would be to actually get our gondola down the hill. So let's have our cable car stop. Let's see, I think it might be neat to be able to see it from campus. So right here would be a good spot. That will allow people to get off the bus and go straight to it. And then we're going to need a road, which I might just do a pedestrian road, or no. Let's do a pretty basic road. Coming off from our highway with another end-of-line gondola stop. We gotta really be careful with our slopes here. Okay. Really prefer that we don't have to run separate power down here. We need water as well. So we've got water, we've got power, we have a road, and now we need this road connected up to this trail. Very good. So now people will have the ability to hop on this, get down, travel across this pedestrian bridge, and then reasonably, if they were very adventurous, get over here. But it might make some sense to also connect up another gondola stop over here. So to do that, I think we're going to want to build out our roadway network over here just a little bit. Oh, can't. It is not. It's way too steep. So I think we'll want to do a better job of cleaning this up in the future. But for the time being, this is going to work well. So I just want to build a little bit of a roadway network over here that we could use in the future. And for the time being, will allow us to build up one more gondola stop. Certainly challenging. I think that one mod I need to get installed is there's a mod that allows you to see the topography, and I really want to start using that to come up with a little bit more realistic roadway layout along the base of this hill. But for the time being, I think we're going to be able to do what I'm hoping to do, which is simply put one gondola stop down here and one up here and connect the two of them. But it's always a little tricky with these. They can be quite touchy to place. Let's keep trying. There we go. Let's get some water out here. Okay. why don't we just finish off the water? And we could zone some of this right off the bat. Might as well. I'm thinking low density residential, kind of a suburban area, not a lot happening over here. More of a continuation of what we've already seen develop over here. You can already see there's a really significant amount of pedestrian traffic in this area that has no development. It's actually quite extraordinary. So previously we had a line to this arterial with some commercial, and I think I'm going to continue that. Okay, we'll make sure we have water everywhere because I'm pretty sure that we don't. And hopefully this will fill in enough to get us power over here eventually. For the time being though, because I want this to work, I'll do a temporary power line. We've got the funding for it. Although we are losing it now. So, all right, you can see that there are already people using this. Let's take a look. Wow. Just tons of people, cars lined up. Tons of pedestrians, lots of activity. A little ugly. But I think we could fix a little bit of this with a little bit of moving it. Yeah, I think that both the bridge and the pedestrian path could use a little bit of work. Maybe I'll do some of that offline. But the amount of traffic we're seeing, the number of people willing to walk here is pretty outstanding. That kind of beat my wildest expectations. I didn't expect 400 people using this off the bat. All right, so a little weird. I know gondolas are not used heavily in America, but there are some Latin American countries that do use them, and some tourist destinations in Asian countries as well. And you know what? I think it looks pretty cool. I like it. So we're gonna go with it. So I hope you've enjoyed the modifications to campus and the naming. Let me know what you think we should do next. I know we've been talking about sprawling for a while, and maybe that's the logical next step. We do have a lot of people walking a long ways to do things between these two cities at this point, Bluffside Crossing and Hillcrest, and it's pretty neat to see that. Ooh, not so neat to see that. Do I have fire coverage up here? I do not. All right. Well, glad that we just happened to be looking. I'm going to place this at the edge of the arterial. I'm guessing we don't have fire or police department either. No. Okay. So let me know in the comments what you'd like me to work on next. If you'd like me to just focus on city expansion, I'm happy to do that. And let me know what you think of the university. I'd also like to work on some more of the expansions. Clearly, the university's got some work that can be done. Academic works. Let's see. Let's give a grant to scientific study. And varsity sports, we have the Buccaneers. Spent a little bit of money there. Team color. Yeah, this is a green city. Let's go green. And, doing good. Got a good team here. All right. So we have our campus policies. have student health care, free lunch, visiting scholars, universal education. Okay. Costs a little bit. Free lunch. Makes people happier. Visiting scholarship boost. Or visiting scholar boost. Let's see. Students don't pay tuition. Yikes. I don't think we can afford that one. Fan club. Yeah, let's do that. Advertisement. Let's do it. We'll see what that does. We'll have to keep a look at our financial situation because I think that this is going to have an impact. Right now, it's already looking pretty disastrous. Maybe we'll take the staff down. Get our ticket prices all right. Okay, $8,000 loss. We can overcome that. $2,000, much better. Okay, so I think we're in a good spot to end this one. If you like this video and you want to see me continue working on the college and working on some other DLC additions, we have industries, we have parks we could add. Please let me know in the comments what you'd like me to work on next. Like I said, in the next video, I might just work on pretty rapid expansion, have some traffic issues crop up that we can resolve, and I might deviate from having all real-time builds and do one speed build where I detail some of these areas and do a little bit of work like that. And in that, I wouldn't provide any commentary. I'd just have maybe a 20-minute video of me detailing at 200% speed. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. If you like this video, please hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel and want to keep seeing me build this city, please subscribe and hit that notification bell so you know when I post new videos. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.